Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel today. If you enjoyed this review, please drop a like and please subscribe down below. I appreciate all the support from everybody. And this is a little bit different of a box. You have the regular cardboard, Nike Just Do It, split with the orange black stripe. You may not recognize this box. I haven't seen this used in a while for this particular model. And we flip it around. It is a Nike Air Force One '07 Premium. This is actually an anniversary edition. And sail dark marina blue are the colors marked on the color coding there. Men's size 9, not my size. And the retail is not posted on the side, but these were $140 US. And inside you have plain paper. And this particular pair of Air Force Ones released on July 16th, I believe, 2022 for $140 US. And this is what we are looking at today. So, if you did not know, the Air Force One was released in 1982. This is the 40th anniversary of the Air Force One. You have an Air Force One edition, which shows the detail on the sneaker I will get to. And what you are looking at today is something that features something resembling the LA Flea Market. Is an ode to Los Angeles and flea markets, and what you would see if you went to a flea market. Mainly handcrafted goods, knickknacks, artistic stuff. That's why you have a mix of these materials going across here, and what the whole style and design of the silhouette comes from. You do have some hints and cues for Los Angeles as well, which I will get to. First, the obvious, you have a white midsole, white stitching, and all white classic Air Force One outsole. And if you look closely, you have a mix of materials across the paneling. You have some quilted material which goes across the middle right here, and you have a nice canvas fabric going across the back. On that canvas fabric, you have some stitched in little flowers in orange with a little bit of a darker orange in the center to kind of give it a little bit of detail. You have this frayed swoosh going across in this nice blue suede style fabric material. It actually is not suede. Never mind, I take that back. It's more like a felt. Really interesting. It's felt. It looked like suede at first, but then when I really rubbed across it, it feels like a felt material. And there's a little bit of that texture that protrudes out. You have a nice crisscross stitching going up on these two panelings to kind of contrast the lining of where they would cut off normally. So instead of using a standard stitch, you can see around the toe box as well, they have the double contrast stitch lines with this over X stitch pattern. I think it gives it a really, really unique look. Remember, this is the 40th anniversary of the Air Force One, so not only do you have something resembling, something different like a flea market, it resembles the city of Los Angeles. It's an anniversary, it says it. So in terms of that, if you're an Air Force One collector, I would jump on these or any other pair coming out this year. If you really want to keep some anniversary stuff in your collection, I would start looking at stuff. We have the Air Forces coming out, and there's some good pairs you might want to look into. I would just make sure it's an anniversary edition, so when I get to the detail, you'll see the difference. A little bit of that flower marking is still on the other paneling. We have a little bit of a quilted kind of like, this is more like a Cordura backpack material, like that nylon strong backpack material. And there's a look at your toe box with the fabric, no perforation. Going around to the medial side, you have that same blocking, stitching, fabric material. The flowers are stitched on across those panels. So I like how everything is detailed, and the quality is really nice on these, especially with the different use of materials. You have kind of like a hemp rawhide back here. There's your tab with the multi-layered swooshes all around. Your dark marina blue is stitched in there with the Nike Air. And if you look really close back here, you can kind of see a little bit of textured detail as well in that fabric material. Overall, I think these are a solid buy. I'm sad I didn't get my size. These are not my size. I borrowed them for a review, obviously. There is that kind of rawhide hemp material that goes up the top. Thick looking rope style tongues. It almost looks like a sail ship, like a boat's kind of rope. And on the tongue, you can see right here across that kind of textured fabric material. It's a really, really interesting pattern that goes up the tongue. It almost looks like a basket weave. And if we get these laces out of the way and pull this down, you can see the tag Nike Air Force One Anniversary Edition. So there is a little hint to the anniversary edition of this sneaker, 40 years. There is your clear lace tips on this thick rope style lace. Unfortunately, the only laces you get with this pair. There is your insole, followed by that white lining, and your insole has the flowers that would be stitched on over here on the upper. And it's a nice little 3-flower bouquet, and the Los Angeles with the swoosh. Overall, I think these are solid buy for any Air Force One collector. If you are into sneakers, these are pretty unique. We haven't seen an Air Force One kind of done like this, especially with these laces, in a little while. I like the whole concept. I like the design. Once again, I really wish I would have got my size. Let me know what you think of these down below. Have you been buying any sneakers for the Nike Air Force One anniversary this year for 40 years? I can't wait to see what they do for 50, but we have a while for that. But other than that, let me know down in the comments what you think about these. I will try to answer back to everybody and get some conversation going. I thank you all for the support. The channel's still growing. Please subscribe. Please drop a like. I hope you guys stick around. I have more good content coming shortly, and I hope everybody has a great day. All right, bye.